Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to another edition of the Toxic Happy Hour, where we are toxic towards scams and scammers that delay the adoption of sound money. We have a lit pop behind Pubby today. I hear a lot of noise, but it's just us hanging out in the pub today, and that's what it's like when you're hanging out in the pub. It's part of the atmosphere. Pubby, PUBLORD.HODL, great to see you today. What's going on, man?
Bitcoin's made it when you get to a point where I was trying to watch. You just had your show with Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt
Meister.
So
Did you hear my shout out? Did you hear my shout out to you?
I didn't, and I'm going to tell you why. I wish I did. I'll have to listen to the show at a separate time.
You bear.
So I've quoted before. Well, one of the reasons, the great thing about our Bitcoin community is, oh my God. What is that? Okay, thank you.
It's called breakfast. It's entree on the breakfast. Keep going, and then in the end, tell us what you're drinking.
Right. So, as you and I had met, or many other people in Bitcoin community and our friends, we're across continents and countries. We're spread out because there's just not many people that know about it in our local communities. Well, I think I told you before, there's one of the guys that would stop in here once in a while. He's early retiree, really good with regular investments. And he had heard about Bitcoin, but he buys through Grayscale. Okay. And for a while, I remember, about 2 years ago we had met, and he just does some Grayscale stuff. He would buy and sell. Well, today sitting down, I haven't seen him in like over a week. Last time I saw him was probably 18,000, but he knows how bullish I am. And today he actually had the real questions about, wait a second, you were right, because it was over a year ago, and he had marked it down that I was saying by the end of 2021, it'll be $100,000. I was giving the bearish opinion because I thought the $400,000 limit might sort of scare him off from ever talking to me again. But it's hilarious because today we sit there and now there's legitimate questions about, what is Bitcoin? What is this thing that you told me about a year ago? It may go to $100,000, and now you're sitting at 23. Because like you said, he wakes up every day, sees the price, and says, "Yeah, I'm thinking about you."
So he's thinking. When you say 23, is he looking at the price of Bitcoin, or is he looking at GBTC?
Oh no, the actual price of Bitcoin. He realizes he's paying a premium for what he's getting. He gets it. It's just, but hey, it's a start.
But he got it.
Oh yeah, he's got it. Yeah. Yep.
And he bought some. He bought GBTC. It's not only he understands it, like got it, but he got some.
Yeah, he'd sort of angered himself because he bought over a year ago. I know he was buying, but he also sold and claimed some early gains. I think he was on that last run up we had from, I don't know, it was like 6 to 13,000, and he sold towards, I think, 12. And look, he's made profits, but now he's starting to see the bigger picture.
So he is starting to understand that it's about hodling for the long term, not this like day trading profit or.
Yeah. So as Mr. Shows, I was explaining. Well, I've already told him the Michael Saylor story this week. It's the first time he heard of the fact that they were issuing over $600 million in senior convertible notes. And borrowing, now not just using cash, but actually borrowing to buy. So that was interesting to him.
Right? Because well, you can't say it's not just a speculation, but it's definitely it's not an investment from GigaChat Sailor. It is a speculation that here's a currency that's going to collapse. It's definitely losing value real fast because all assets are going up denominated in dollar, but he's seeing that all assets are going down denominated in Bitcoin. It's clearly a better store of value, at least. If you look at the 4-year cycle, as I keep saying, even at the bottom of the bear market, the 16th of December 2018, when Bitcoin was all the way down to 3,120 on Bitstamp, it was still up 853 or so percent from 4 years earlier. But Pubby, let's not forget why we're here. What are you drinking today?
Oh, the tried and true IPA, Indian Pale Ale.
Nice. And I can see that you're already you already had a sample on that. Appreciate that. So I'm getting a lot of heat, but for drinking my little yogurt. So that's my breakfast. I gotta throw something in there that is, you know, not too bad for my stomach before we take it to the next level. All right, what's going on? You caught some of Adam Meister's show, and shout out to Adam Meister because it was he who brought us together after I was there about 2 years ago, and you reached out to me, and I'm like, I need to talk Bitcoin with someone. Here's a guy that seems to be willing to talk Bitcoin, and I called you up.
Yeah.
I remember I called you up. I remember exactly where I was, and I was walking back to my office, and then we just started talking Bitcoin. I think I called you a little bit of surprise or off guard, as it's called. What do you recall that? Do you recall our first meeting, Pubby?
Actually, I think it was quite forgettable. I don't remember. No, no. Well, I remember like, wow, man, this is pretty cool. This is a guy I saw on Adam's podcast, and yeah, he answered the phone, wanted to talk, man. And so I thought I was pretty stoked. But then I got to know you, and now it's no big deal, obviously.
Yeah, no, you got to know me, and you realized that I'm too bullish for you to handle. So talking about you being a bear, if you forgive me, I did label this show as Pubby the Bear Comes Clean. So I don't know if you have any final words on being the bear that you are.
I don't know what do you call being a bear. I got $500,000 by Christmas on my list, so yeah.
As a price target
Yeah.
for Christmas next year. Don't set yourself up for failure.
No, Christmas Day this year, 500 grand.
Okay, whatever.
No, we don't look, man. Until proven otherwise, I'll stick with Plan B, man. I'll stick with Plan B right now. I like that model.
So let's talk about
free gift to the Bitcoin community. You know, that guy on his own volition put it out there. He takes a lot of. It's funny when Bitcoin's crashing down, like it usually will. It'll go up. It'll be volatile. But it's funny when it's going down a bit. He takes a lot of heat from people. But all of a sudden, when it's up and matching his model, you don't hear a damn thing from him, do you?
You hear a lot of really smart people like Preston Pish and a lot of others that praise it, and I praise it.
I agree.
You got another delivery there? You got another delivery from the waitress?
Well, yes. Got to be responsible and have water as well.
I'm glad that I'm not then the only one drinking something non-alcoholic. I always loved Italian food. I always loved Italian food. Like if you eat food in Italy, it's you can't like untaste that a taste of pizza, and it's not like any pizza you eat here anywhere else in Europe or something. It's just not the same. But so what? Let's find out what's going on. What should we talk about today? It's always fun to talk price. So we pumped it from 20 to 23 in like what? Not 24 hours maybe, but 30 hours. Now here we are at 23. It seems like the floor is being saved, and thanks to Plan Markets for saving the show by finding the red balloon. But it seems the floor is being set now once again. I think what makes this bull run a little bit different than so many others is that we don't have 30% corrections. It seems we have those stealth corporate buyers, making sure that we're not dipping. That being said, be prepared for 30% corrections. Don't have weak hands. Don't panic sell. Never panic sell. It just seems that, you know what, there's someone out there buying, because otherwise, you know, how come we don't have corrections? What's your take on that?
Man, in fact, I was just talking to my little friend at the bar about this whole thing. Was, you know, I got in, I FOMOed in 2017, because he said, "What's different this time to you?" I said, "Well, fuck, when I got it, I didn't realize I got it in December. I didn't realize how, at the time, I didn't realize sort of how cheap it was in November and how quickly, the spike was what, maybe a month and a half, the spike from 10,000 to 20 and back down to 12.
All
The
right,
spike,
I can tell you how quickly the spike was from
yeah,
$10,000 to $20,000. It took 16 days.
yeah,
It took
yeah,
from the 1st of December, it was at 10,000, and then 17th of December it was 20. And that's what
right,
I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at when I'm looking at the anatomy of the bull market. When I look
yeah,
at when could there be a potential peak? I would say not before bear market, because I find that hard to believe these days, to be honest. But before correction, we will see a correction, but not I'm sure, as a minimum. So yeah, 60 days. Back to you.
right. So what I'm looking at, April, $7,000, and I remember, was it like June, July timeframe? Man, we were just stuck at 9,000. 9,000, we were stuck at forever. I think it was about 2 months, and that's forever in Bitcoin years, because as you know, we have goldfish memories. Right? A day feels like a year. Um,
Right.
so I remember kicking around 9,000, finally broke through that resistance. I remember hanging around 11,500.
That
So it's been like different levels as we grow. Well, look, 19,000 was a solid 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And yeah, maybe this is it. Maybe the floor is set now for 23,000 is a new 19,000. But
I
yes,
think that I think there's a very good chance we're not going to go below 20,000 again. I mean, someone is setting the floor right now. That's what I'm saying. I think it's corporate buyers, bit by
yeah,
bit throwing in the cement in that floor, because every time, and that's how it works. Every time we take a fast spike up, um, there might be some, traders or whatever that feel that they want to, trade it and then sell if there's the spike, and then we may come back down a little bit. But once we've been up there, once we've thrown the anchor 23, there is a mental anchor there, and then we're just looking for that thing to break through it. So if we have been at 23 and we go to like 21, I'm way more bullish than when we're coming up to 21 for the first time, because we already have an aim higher.
yeah,
So we already got weak of a little bit, weak trader hands, and we're good to go.
yeah. But who's left to sell at this point? Who's left to? I don't know who's. Why are you selling at this point? Dear God, take a personal loan or put it on a credit card. But who's selling? I don't understand who is. But yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So that my take on that, as I've said before, is that look, the people selling, the few, of course, there's some traders, but the traders, they both sell and they buy. So overall, should be a net zero effect.
Hmm.
But you have people that got into Bitcoin early, and they're not only financial independent. They're not financially independent 10 times. They're financially independent, 50 or 100 times. And if you're that much financial independent and only have one asset, you really should secure some of that for the sake of your family, even if it means buying assets that you believe will fall, just so you have something else. And when I talk assets, I clearly don't talk about shitcoins, because they're not assets to me. But pay off the mortgage. I understand if they do that. I understand when they pay off the mortgage. I understand when
Ah,
they, maybe buy some stock. That I'm bearish on long term on stocks and real estate, but if I had that much financial independence, I would definitely also, you can't be all in on one thing.
Yeah.
That might be where I am now, but if you reach that level, I understand. Look, you got to pay off the mortgage.
Well, look, those mortgages, I get it, and but at the end of the day, the rates are so cheap now. I used to be in that camp, man. That old school thinking. You know what? Pay off your mortgage as soon as possible. I work my way to not have any other debt. But geez, the rates are so low right now. When you compare that to, imagine taking out a 30-year mortgage right now, and what the value of the U.S. dollar will be in 30 years.
It's
Imagine that.
nothing.
It's free money, and
Yeah.
and look, I would never tell anyone to leverage buy into Bitcoin, but I'm telling people leverage buy into Bitcoin at those rates, because at the end of the day, you can't tell me in 30. Imagine the price of Bitcoin. Well, it won't even be in dollars. In 30 years, the U.S. dollar is absolutely worthless. It's a penny in 30 years. It's worth a penny.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's probably a bullish scenario on the dollar, because I don't think it will have any value as money 10 years from now. It sure, people will want to keep some of that, for collectible items. Like, look, here's $100 bill. People used to think this was money, and they used it, and people even accepted it. So it'll be like, collectibles. But the thing is, it can't really be a very collectible item if there's just such a high quantity of it.
Yeah.
And there will be. Even, I mean, look at the M1 money supply, which means coins and notes, how that's exploding. So yeah, scarcity is dying, and dying fast on fiat currency.
Yeah. So so your retracement bet, of course, with Greg Zaj, Greggy in the chat, was 50%. You thought retracement. I know with me, I gave you good odds to 40%. So what are your revised odds now? Because I know you're trying not to be a bear. So what is your retracement bet now? If it's 30%, do you sell all your Bitcoin at the top then and buy back in at your retracement effort?
Never, and I never said I would. I'm all in, and then I have that, so I'm even more in. And few people understand that all in does not mean. I'll just mute you while because there's a bit of background noise. I'm just muting Puppy here. Don't worry about it, Puppy. We're in the pub. It's legit. But I never said I'm selling all my Bitcoin at the top of the bear market. Never. What I said is, and a small amount of my overall, unfortunately, very limited Bitcoin, I would sell and then wait to buy back cheaper. That is my plan on eToro. And bringing you back now with sound, Puppy. So
Yep.
we're talking like even that small amount that I allocated to this, I'm not even selling all of it, because now the risk to that trade is, we're talking. Oh, and there goes Puppy. Yeah, I hope he's got the link. He'll be back soon. So in my opinion, I'm having to keep it going, although it's difficult without Puppy. And there he is. In my opinion, Puppy, there's a real risk of fiat currency collapse already in this halving cycle. So I'm not. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm looking for in that, because you asked me. I'm looking for something like potentially 20% retracement. So I'm looking for now a correction. I think a correction is much more likely to happen than an actual bear market. I don't see a 6 month bear market. But you know what? I don't want to at the same time be in the camp like a lot of us were the previous, in the previous bull run, thinking that, all right, this is it. Now the trees are going to go to the sky and there's no stopping. I don't want to be in the camp of being naive. But I tell you, I believe now in a correction, not a bear market. So I'm already budgeting. How can I find money to pay steak for you and Greggy?
Yeah. So, so you call it a correction now, not a bear market. What's your definition of a correction? What percentage are
Sure.
we talking?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'll take that. Um, I would say I'm looking for at least 20% correction. The
20,
timing might.
20%?
Yeah. What, do you want to add to the bet? Are we
No.
throwing in some? Are we throwing in some Cristal at the Burns dinner?
Hey, I already got you at 40%, man. Why would I go to 20? I still think you're a bear at that point. When is it? So you're saying it's a correction for the next halving, okay?
Yeah, I'm like,
So there's a
what go ahead.
no, it's okay. No, you're saying it's a correction. I get that. You're 20%. Let's be honest. Even a 20% correction for most people are pretty damn happy, especially if it's on the stock to flow model. But so when is the escape velocity when there's no more corrections to you? Then is it the next halving?
Oh, absolutely. And I've been saying that and for years, and that is my
Yeah.
bearish take. If you go back to my videos 3.5 years ago, you'll hear me saying that I believe in hyper Bitcoinization in 2022. It said that on my videos in 2017. But at that stage, I did not understand the halving cycle. At that stage, I didn't understand
Yeah.
the 4-year cycle. That only came evident from 18 and going forward for me. So
Yeah.
so so my current scenario right now is we're definitely hitting 300,000. I'm just muting you a little bit. We're definitely hitting 300,000 in this bull run, latest 2022 Q1. We could easily hit 500,000. I just want to set expectation, realistic, that I believe we'll hit at least 300,000. I believe there'll be at least a 20% correction from whatever top that may be set in. I believe that at some stage before the end of 2022, we will see a 20% minimum drop from whatever price point we may reach to. I mean, that should be in the bag easily. And then I believe that when the next halving cycle sets in and takes Bitcoin to $3 million, then the size of Bitcoin in the monetary world is so big that there is no more going back. Bitcoin has eaten so much value that the collapse of fiat becomes apparent to everyone, and then it will then it's game over, and we see hyper Bitcoinization, which is the other side of hyperinflation of the dollar and other fiat currencies, and Bitcoin takes over. So 2025, 2026, you'll see people running on the banks to get out the dirty fiat and buy Bitcoin on the black market, on the gray market, on the white market, whichever way they can, before, while there's still some idiots out there willing to accept fiat currency for their Bitcoin.
Wow. So you say 2025, 2026.
Hyper
So bearish.
Bitcoinization. Hyper
So bearish.
Bitcoinization.
Yeah.
Okay, so when do you see hyper Bitcoinization and a collapse of the dollar before 2025?
Oh, collapse of the dollar by 2023. I'll be 2 full years ahead of you, at least. Absolutely.
You're saying 23?
Yeah. 2023.
All right. I mean, I hope you're right, because that way I might be able to, afford the steak dinner. Oh, wait, I just remembered I entered a win-win bet where I only have to spend money if Bitcoin at the same time has treated me well.
So
and gone to
yes.
$1 million.
So it's been, it's been nice as I don't know, just as a standard plebe to watch your position shift from 50% with Greggy to 40% with me to now 20%. It's been you're growing. You are growing from a bear to a bull, slowly but surely, nonetheless. So I think probably by next week, or hell, New Year's, we'll say, you'll be at 10% retracement. You're growing, Anders. I like that.
It could be that I reduce it to 10%, but honestly, 10%. Well, you know what? If I say 10%, that means we're basically in hyper Bitcoinization land
Thank
in
you.
this cycle.
You said it.
Yeah,
You
no,
said it.
look. Thanks to how government and central banks love to destroy their currency, it's on the table. It's very much on the table.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Look, man. We'll have him on the show, but can't wait for Preston Fish, man. He's more bullish than even I am, surprisingly. And I think he calls it this cycle as well. This is the cycle every day, and this is what I was talking to the guy at the bar. He goes, "Look, man, every day I open up my regular economics. I don't know what economics websites he uses. All I see is another company pouring money into Bitcoin." I said, "Yeah, they see the writing on the wall. They see the melting ice cube that Michael Saylor identified. They see it and they realize, look, I got to get some of this. They're starting to do it. And so now this is starting to hit the mainstream seriously.
No, absolutely. Yes, very much. But what we have to remember also is when we look at the adoption of Bitcoin, it's, if all monetary value is in Bitcoin, it's 100% adopted. If 1% of monetary value is in Bitcoin, then it's 1% adopted. This is just, one way of looking at it. And right now, Bitcoin has about 0.25% of monetary value. And it's not enough, I believe, in itself to cause fiat currency inflation at the consumer price index. It's happening on the assets for sure. Despite the economy doing terrible, real estate is up, stocks is up, simply because right now there's no other place to store your value. Well, there's Bitcoin, but people only find out as fast as they can. It's a word of mouth game. And that word of mouth accelerates when the price goes up. So since word of mouth accelerates and people are more open and greedy, it goes faster. And because that even further accelerates word of mouth, it goes even faster. And that's when we will have a shot at escape velocity this cycle. It will get so steep that, and that's a given, not financial advice, but that's just facts. It's written. We will approach the speed, which is steep enough to reach escape velocity. The question is if it will last and take us to hyper Bitcoinization this cycle, or if we'll have that 20% correction.
Yeah, I go back to it because we try to define this hyper Bitcoinization, what it looks like. I know you talk about that's the only thing people will want to transact in, but there's got to be that period in between where people are going to try to attach some sort of stable coin, some sort of token to Bitcoin, and they're going to try to fractionally reserve it. But that's coming. It's coming. That phase is coming. At that point, I call that hyper Bitcoinization. When you try to tie a shit coin or anything else, and as an exchange, you tell people it's tied to Bitcoin. We know it's not. To me, that's still hyper Bitcoinization. Is when it becomes everything people want, and I think it'll be everything people want before the next halving.
Right. So imagine this for scenario, because I give the like that token being backed by Bitcoin, I give it absolutely zero chance of survival. But I mean, look at it this way. Check out this scenario. So if somebody saw the German Wehrmacht, Deutschmark, or whatever it was called, Wehrmacht, back in the 20s, if they see that losing value, do you think anyone will accept a new Wehrmacht backed by gold instead of having gold? They already knew at that stage when that happens, people already know your government and central bank will F you people won't have trust already. Look, US dollar already has shown that it is defaulting on its debt. It's happened twice. It was at 33 that US defaulted on the citizens' debt because they had given out IOUs. $20. I owe you an ounce of gold. So these were all, this was debt. This is debt notes. US dollars used to be debt where you are owed gold. And then they said, you know what? We're going to default on that debt. You're not getting your gold, but you can keep the notes and let's pretend the notes are money. What a joke. What a joke.
Yeah.
And that's why, that already has caused a lot of, I would say, reduction in trust of central banks and central bank in US particularly. And then in 1971, Nixon said, look, the rest of the world, we know we are holding your gold, and we know we had an agreement that a set amount of your fiat currency, you can exchange it for our dollar, and you guys will get the gold. And then Nixon said, you know what? If we choose to default on the gold debt, because it was a gold debt to the other countries. And that's a default. If you run away from your debt, it's a default. And that's happened twice. And people forget that it happened twice the last 100 years. And that's why I don't think anyone will trust some kind of like medium of exchange token to be backed by something valuable when we are in a situation that valuable thing easily can be traded itself. And you can say, but you don't want to get rid of your Bitcoin. But the thing is, people won't accept anything else but your Bitcoin. But because you don't want to get rid of it, it just means it'll be so valuable. Over to you.
Can't disagree. Can't disagree with anything you said. I was talking about the different, how do we define hyper Bitcoinization? And to me, it's when people are tying their CBDCs, you're tying shitcoins, everything to Bitcoin. You realize this is the standard. It becomes the new Bitcoin standard when you're trying to tie things there. So to me, hyper Bitcoinization to me isn't where we just pay in Bitcoin. It's when other people are attributing value to it as those coins. To me, it's already won. It's already won at that point. I would put, this is pretty cool, in the chat. Did you see that?
Which one?
From PUBLORD.HODL. This is cool.
Oh yeah, it's on the screen now. Let me read it up. This is huge. This is from PUBLORD.HODL, our dog in Southern America. PUBLORD.HODL. This is huge. He says Twitter may memorialize Bitcoin pioneer Halving's account. The first ever recipient of Bitcoin passed away in 2014, but new Twitter policy could soon commemorate him and his legacy. Shout out to Hal Finney for being one of the pioneers, the first ever receiver of a block reward. Remind the very first block, the Genesis block. What a legend, epic, point of history. But I'm gonna hold you up now because I gotta expose you for your not your falsehood, but you 5 minutes ago you said, yeah, but you're never gonna sell your Bitcoin. You're gonna use some token that is has Bitcoin backing. But now you just said that you agreed. You couldn't agree more that I said no token will be held by anyone because nobody wants that token when they have the real deal. Remember, the reason that we even put a dollar layer on top of gold was because gold was difficult to transact with, especially in smaller amount. We don't need that layer now. We don't need it. It's game over.
But that layer is going to come. That layer is going to come regardless of whether we need it or want it, because people are going to be slow to get it. And the first foray into Bitcoin will be through this layer. What I'm saying is the value will increase so quickly. I will lend out. It's one of those things where you leverage your Bitcoin for these shit tokens because you'll still get percentages and you keep your Bitcoin. That's all I'm saying.
I just don't think any token will survive more than a week or two because people hopefully won't be that dumb that they want to hold something that is not Bitcoin. And look, if it is interchangeable for Bitcoin anyway, if it's backed and you can say, hey, here's my token, give me back my Bitcoin, then why are you not using the Satoshis in the first place? It doesn't stand a chance, Puppy. Face it, it doesn't stand a chance.
Look, not everyone understands Bitcoin right away. The fertile fields of their minds must be plowed. They have to plow the fields of their mind with good economic readings, from Austrian economics to libertarian thought. So until you plow your minds, you're not ready for Bitcoin to be planted.
You plow the mines, or you plow the fields? What do you plow? What do you like plowing, Puppy?
Oh, hey man, it's always fascinating to me because I always love the genesis story of where people, how they found Bitcoin. To me, a few of the books I read, The Creature from Jekyll Island, about the creation of the Fed, and a lot of the works of Ayn Rand. Atlas Shrugged shows the bureaucracy of the government and the assault on the brilliance of an individual human, an individual person, and what they bring to the table made me ready for Bitcoin. Other people had different books, different things that will make them ready. But yeah, until the field of your mind is plowed, you're not ready for Bitcoin.
That needs to be memed. Pubby, the PUBLORD.HODL, plowing some fields of the mind. Wonderful. And we got best chat in the space happening. We got a lot of our homies there. Greggy, the tiny grizzly pup, even smaller than Puppy. Because you said 40%, he said 50%, right? Which makes you a less of a bear cop than him. Chair Force HODL entered. He made the thumbnail for the Camilla show, which was lit. That was a lot of fun yesterday. And I gotta tell you, you gotta carry that scarf with you at all times because you were looking smoking. There was comments yesterday, Puppy, that you look like a World War II pilot ready to go bomb the S out of Hitler, and throw some, I think, dirty Fiat in his face or whatever. So you got to carry that with you at all times. Today we went live impromptu, unprepared as usual, almost. At least the timing was unprepared. You just got to have it with you. You got to wear that scarf.
Yeah, I got to find either Bitcoin scarf would be a cool one. I'll have to look online for that. But yeah, when you can look like a World War I pilot, why not? Why not?
You look great. There was even comments from Greg about you had done something special to your hair for the occasion of having Camilla the Queen in the pub hanging out with us. You look very well prepared, I would say, Puppy.
Well, not much I can do to the hair, to be quite honest with you. As you can see, it's relatively short. I'm not bald like you and have to hide it under a hat, but
here we go. Woo! Yeah.
Fucker.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm damn proud. John, he drops it in the chat. So you love IPA, and IPA stands for impressive plowing ability. That's it, Puppy.
Love it.
Every single day, impressive plowing ability.
Yeah. Listen, that's not the first time I've heard this. So, yes, thank you for putting it in chat. But I've heard about my impressive plowing ability many times.
Woo! You bring it.
That's the IPA talking.
Yeah, of course. That is the impressive plowing abilities. Awesome. Now we know what it really stands for, and that's why coming from the PUBLORD. So you didn't tell anyone. Only John figured it out. But you created the IPA concept because you wanted to throw out some of that impressive plowing ability. And today John dropped it on us, and you're called out on your plowing.
Yeah, so I have a brewery, and they said, "Well, what do you want to call this beer?" I say, "Just call it a fucking IPA." No one
Yeah,
ever asked
right.
until
And they're like,
no one ever asked until today.
and they ask you, but puppy, what is IPA? You just said S the
Yep.
F up and call it IPA. I'm telling you, it's my
Yeah.
pub,
Yeah.
it's my
Yeah.
show, and you're gonna call it IPA. And they're like, okay. But John, he hacked you, and he found out that you had a memo where you called it impressive
Yeah.
plowing abilities. Love it. So we got some new people on the watching the show coming over from Adam Meister. I just came off that show. Adam
Yeah.
Meister. Let's give a shout out to Adam Meister. Not only did he bring us together, uh,
Yeah.
our comics being one of them. I've seen other guys there, the Wook, but Adam Meister has been helping guys like you and me back in
Yeah.
17. Well, telling us to stay away from dirt
Yep.
coins. Now you chose to
Yeah.
listen to that in 18, not
Yep.
17. You got in late 17. I was here in November. So yeah, so shout out
Let's.
to Adam Meister for really helping
Yep.
out people to stay away from that. There's only one
Yep.
Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin.
Let me tell you something about Adam Meister, man. That that dude's the real deal, and probably one of the most underrated podcasters in the space. I mean, he puts out original content almost every day by himself. And my God, yeah. So, I started in December 2017, had no idea what the hell I was doing. But thankfully, um, I found him off a link somewhere. And by March 2018, I was completely off of the shit coins. Sorry to ruin another show for you. I was completely off the shit coins and into Bitcoin thanks to his steadfast efforts. Yeah, no fancy sets or graphics. The guy's the real deal, man. Um, I don't know what else to say about it. Adam,
You know
he's
what?
he's never taken a cent from anybody, from my perspective. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I remember back when I discovered him in 17, I think it was. I mean, I started my education in 16, but it wasn't. Uh, it wasn't the time for me to make a move. I was moving countries. I was expensive, but that he kept us away from dirt coins, and
Yeah,
he's original, and he wants the best for people. And you're
yeah,
saying he wasn't taking money from people. He was helping people out setting up the Tresor, paid in BDC. But I saw him stopping that, and I think what, most of us, we just end up saying, we love to help new people in this space for
yeah,
free. Um,
yeah,
um, and Wookie says it, Wook Chewy, Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister.
yeah,
That's our boy Adam.
yeah. Can't say enough. Like I say, it's original content. Uh, he puts it out there because he believes in Bitcoin, loves Bitcoin, owns Bitcoin. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but he walks the walk, man. He lives a
It does.
frugal lifestyle. Um, he gets to travel. And he can do what he wants. All respect. All respect.
Absolutely. And yeah, so that's Adam. Who else out there? Do you? Let's talk some of the names right now. We have our boy Princey, Daniel Prince, with One Spittin'
Yeah,
podcast. He's
yeah.
doing great work. We've got John Vallis.
John Ballas. Yeah,
We had all three of these guys on the show. They came on to have a beer with
yeah,
us. Except Adam drinks water, which he's a healthy, he's a good boy.
yeah,
But we had Princey, we had John Wallace. We had some great name, and all those shows on. Go on my YouTube, and you'll find them early on. Um,
yeah.
so yeah. What else? Who else do you recommend these days? Preston Pish, maybe. I know you're a big fanboy.
Oh yeah,
He's so. Let's talk about something
yeah.
like that, because I know I didn't let you answer who else you think are great out there. Maybe I'll let you answer that first before I take it to the next one.
Yeah. Well, listen. I mean, are we talking like podcasts? Of course, you can't go wrong with those we had mentioned. between Daniel Prince and John Vallis, I think are too underrated. As far as quote unquote personalities in the space, yeah, we had amazing. We had Jeff Booth on the show. Hopefully, get Preston Pish one day. And Bitcoin Tina, man, I like the Bitcoin Bulls, and Bitcoin Tina is one of the other big ones. Would love to have him on the show. We've already reached out to him, and talked to him. I think he'll be there.
But he said he doesn't want overexposure. And I told him, look, you're not going to get overexposure by coming on Toxic Happy Hour and being watched by 20 people. You're good. Come on over here. We got the secret show.
Well, look, he's the one that sees the value of Bitcoin exploding. So he sees the value of our show exploding as well, and wants to avoid that overexposure.
He sees the number of views going up faster than the price of Bitcoin. That's pretty amazing. Why? Not because of the host, but we have some great guests, and we have the best chat in the space that are right now battling it out with new people. So here's the deal. It's something I learned to say, unfortunately, but here's the deal. I think it's pretty comical. Anyways, so you guys reacted yesterday. So I don't remember who it was. That it could have been Microchat that threw a Vince Vaughn GIF as we were talking on. We're having a thread on Twitter, and then I put one of my favorites, Vince Vaughn GIFs up there. I don't know if you remember the motorboat.
The motor. Hey, I'm telling you, Vince Vaughn. We're going to get on the show, man.
Yeah, so that's what I said. Like, you said that. You said, we'll get him on the show. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. Look, Vince Vaughn, come on, man.
Look, you're a Bitcoin bear already. You're a Bitcoin bear already. So I'm used to the negativity. I'm used to you saying no, no, no. Look, I'm the Bitcoin bull. We'll figure out a way. And, oh, by the way, here's what you can't do, or what we won't do, is we will never on this show say, and now a word from our amazing sponsors. Okay? The minute we have sponsors, we have sold out, my friend. We are going to be from a pub and being just a shit show before we ever take a sponsor on.
That and a clown show. But you know what?
Yes.
I'm sorry, we already took on sponsors. I didn't tell you about it. It was going to be a surprise. I thought you were going to be happy because we could use it to, finance, the Guinness. So I've taken on a sponsor. It's McCormick Sea Salt Grinder. This baby, this salt grinder is coming out as a toxic salt grinder. And it is to be bought by Bitcoiners, by Maximus, and to pour it into the open, painful wounds of shitcoiners and gold bucks and anyone else saying that Bitcoin is doomed. And I'll just say this: look, I'm not toxic towards people that say, "Hey, if they're gold buck, I'm fine. I try to educate them. I'll be nice, okay?" But when they start saying, like yesterday, there was some moron woman, I think, that said, "Hey, I look forward to you guys losing all your money." Okay? Yeah. Then we take the gloves off, and then we meme the F out of them.
Yeah, already memed her back. She's going to have a good time, I think, with a lot of Bitcoiners. A lot of the cyber hornets are already in her space now. I gave her a follow. Sometimes I think it's just sheer ignorance. Part of me wants to be nice and say, hey, look, why don't you just talk to one of these guys, point her in the direction of a good podcast, not ours, of course, for an explanation. But the other part of me wants to just say, up yours.
Yeah. So here's my, like, anytime someone, says, yeah, I really don't believe in Bitcoin. It's not real. You can't touch it. Gold is real money. I come forward and try and explain. I want to help them. I'm coming from a good heart. I want to help these people. But when they start telling me that they hope I lose my money, I'm sorry. Glove comes right off, and it's battle time. If you hope I lose my money, You better pray you speak better first world English or first language English than I speak English, second language English. I'll take them down. Look, I don't lose any verbal battles, Puppy, and you've come to learn that yourself, Puppy the Grizzly Bear Cup. Right? But I'm trying to still be nice. Chair Force HODL is long, toxic happy hour. As Plan Marcus is saying, Plan Marcus, by the way, for everyone else in the chat, I want you to be honored because that you're actually in the chat with Plan B. Plan Marcus is a Plan B sock puppet account, so you can better interact with the plebes. And they even he even made it so all the way and authentic that Plan B has locked his own sock pocket account, Plan Marcus. You guys are hanging out with the Plan B right there in the chat. So Vince Vaughn. Okay, so how are we going to get Vince Vaughn on this show? I have an idea.
Okay, let's hear it. Well, you live in LA. Jesus, just drive up to his house, knock on the door.
And get shot by 12 security guards with 12 automatic rifles in one hand and 12 automatic rifles in the other hand. Yeah, no, thank you. But yeah, I love that. I love that actor immensely. And I can't remember if it was The Wedding Crasher or if it was The Neighborhood Watch. I don't know. Have you seen The Neighborhood Watch? That movie is hilarious. And he goes all in, making fun of himself. Like the way he goes all in and just like, that Neighborhood Watch character he played was unreal. All right. So if you're out of ideas,
no, I'm not.
Bears keep saying no, and I can't think of a way.
Stop!
You're doing it right now. I got Puppy. You're the Bear Cub.
I got ideas.
You're cute though. That's why Bear Cubs are cute. But so my idea was, so I put it out yesterday. The only way to impress people and get them in the fold is by activating the meme army. And you, if anyone, are hooked up with the meme armies, the Toxic Happy Hour chat crew, the Lapra HODL, the Grecki, yourself, RD, BTC, Plan B, which is on Marcus' account. Chair Force is involved now. Microchat. So what I want to say is, I'm willing. I know it's not much money, but I don't have a lot, so I can't be generous here. This is more a matter of if you're part of the meme crew that gets Vince Vaughn and the Toxic Happy Hour, I'm willing to. So 6.15 thousand sats for the best 50 memers.
What?
That do the best. That's $1 each, man. That's like $1.50, man.
You are a fucking bear bitch, my friend. A bear bitch. And let me tell you why. Hey, I just had a little meme competition I put out there for Raul Paul. And
you're rich. It's different.
No, not rich at all, man. But it's a million sats. You put out 1 million sats, you get people to react. I did. Oh, it's on record. So yeah, so here's my plan for Vince Vaughn. Is we have the shittiest podcast ever with no sponsor until it gets so popular he begs to be on the show. He's going to call me. I won't call him.
You're going to wait for a call from Vince Vaughn?
Yes.
God damn, you're optimistic. You're so optimistic that you should be a Bitcoin bull and not the little bear cup that you are when it comes to Bitcoin. But okay, let's make it real.
Okay, yeah.
Let's make it real. I'm willing to put that 1 million sats on the line for the memer that does the most convincing work in getting Vince Vaughn on the show. If we can get him on the show, I'll donate 1 million sats, and you and I would judge the work done. Then there's no money on the line for you. Because I don't know if you want to invest in it, so.
Oh, did you invest my last one? No, that was all me, my friend. That was all me.
Yeah, but this is our show. Hey, you get to speak to Vince Vaughn, man.
You know what the great part about it was? It was my own It was my own Bitcoin for someone. I didn't need the government to tell me what to do. It was just my own Bitcoin. I just had an idea. I put out, if you talk to Greggy, I put out probably one of the hardest things to meme about, or the template was such an innocuous, inane type of meme, because you want to make it hard for people. How do I fit a meme into this template? Because that's where it comes sometimes. And man, the stuff that came back was absolutely brilliant. There was so much good content that I was just loving. So yeah, whoever won, they deserve to win.
Sorry, who deserved to win? What was his name?
Shit.
Okay, no, but what did you say? Who deserved to win? Who deserved? Like, you mean basically the best team deserved to win?
Yeah, whoever won deserved to win because it was such a difficult challenge. But it was was it Bitnoy Petoskey? I got to look up his name again. I got to look up his name. He's quite good.
Right.
Greggy's got it.
Yeah. Greggy's got it. He doesn't have many things, but maybe he has that. But what Greg has done, and shout out to our meme homie, Greg Swan, for creating a new Telegram group. As we were developing this show, Greg has created a Toxic Happy Hour Telegram group, because what we are about are the plebs. We are part of the plebs ourselves, so we understand the plebs, because hell, we're plebs. And we're gonna have a Toxic Happy Hour Telegram group. Thank you to Greggy for hooking us up there, and because that's what we're all about. We're gonna have that crazy chat. That's probably gonna go bonkers. Greggy, let us know in the chat to other people how they can be invited to become part of the Toxic Happy Hour chat. And let me just say, like, we're talking sponsors a lot. I am willing to take in sponsorships. It's going to be irrelevant for the next 10 years, and by that time we'll stop. But if it is products that I would endorse anyway, if it's products that already I've been telling, our guys here on the Toxic Happy Hour, hey, go use this thing, this product, that product, this service, like Swan, for instance, right? I'm an advisor at Swan. I have a ref link to Swan if people want to get $10 at signing up. SwanBitcoin.com/Anders. But so there's that. But it's affiliated. It's not a sponsor. But I proudly recommend Swan. One of my friends today FOMO'd in through my Swan link. I'm bringing. There's a lot of friends I'm bringing in now. This 20,000 that opened up people's eyes that we're above, that we're setting new all-time highs. But I would happily take in sponsors like Swan, like Guinness. My dream. This is like, we have made it when in my living room I have, a cute waitress standing there and pouring one perfect Guinness after the other and serving for me. Then we've made it. That's all I want, man. That's what I want.
Look, let's be honest. If this product that you love and endorse, Diet Pepsi, is in our future, apparently, the Pepsi company will be knocking at your door to add to your Kentucky apple juice.
And why is that, Pubby? Because Pepsi loves the big names. They use the big names, Puppy. That's why they're going to be knocking on my door. I'm kidding. And then we got IPA makers, so impressive plowing ability makers. That they also would be great as sponsors.
And just real quick, Bitko Yanowski was the guy. I mean, it was a as you would say, a dank meme, but Bitko Yanowski, he earned it, man. So I gave up the million sats, and he's actually been getting a nice return on that.
Of course, I was like surprised of your generosity, but hey, you're a baller that don't fly public jets. What can I say? You're the baller. What I will say, Greg, sorry, not Greg. Why am I saying Greg? Because he's on the screen with the chat. But what I will say for next time, Poppy, coin join that baby before you send it out, because otherwise any transaction can reveal whatever other funds you have that was on the same public key. So let's say you had 5 million sats on the same key, UTXO, and you send 1 million sats, then those 4 million are revealed to the receiver. So coin join that baby. I know a lot of people recommend Wasabi. I'm not saying it's the most user friendly, but it's definitely one of the great coin joining services. So
it's on well, look, it's from my stash on Coinbase, so it should be pretty safe.
Oh yeah, okay.
They Coinbase it there. It's like CoinJoin.
Well, well, you know what? When it comes from Coinbase, it doesn't come from your little holdings. It comes from their cold wallet, fix it to hot wallet, and then it's sent out. That's not associated with what you have. So no receiver can see where that is. I was kind of hoping you were going to say that you coin joined the baby and then you threw it in the Lightning Network, and then you use that as an extra layer. And you know what? You and I need to get that Lightning Network wallets going. I need to get myself a Lightning Network wallet on the mobile, to have pocket money. And then if I go to someone's house and say, let's go Dutch on the dinner and a couple of beers or whatever, I tell the guy, download this wallet, I'll pay you in sats, and 1 month from now you'll be thanking me and asking for more. Bitcoin is like a drug. The dealers, they give it out for free in the beginning and then you get hooked. You get hooked on Bitcoin.
I don't think you realize the extent of alcohol and steak Greg Zaj and I are going to go through when you come down here to buy us a steak dinner. It is going to be disgusting. I mean, literally, I will eat. I'm going to go through at least 3 pounds of steak. Maybe I'll put in some French fries with that. I don't know. The options are open.
You gonna dip that in béarnaise? What do you use with your steak?
Oh,
I need to get a beer. Can you just say that? No. How are we gonna do this? Because I don't want to miss what you're gonna use as sauce, but I need to get something from the fridge, like desperately.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead and run.
Why don't you check out the chat and see if there's any ask me anything questions?
Are there any?
Well, there's not. This is Marty the Owl. Shout out to you in the.
Oh wait, here's one: a pint of horse piss for Pubby and a wee sherry for the Danish guy. I love that.
Now I'm gonna rage quit the toxic happy hour. The thing is with the toxic happy hour, you can't rage quit. Rage quit. The only way you can go is by Puppy supposedly running out of battery on his mobile last night. Battery supposedly, but we all knew that you were toast by that time. You started well, but
listen, man. When you wake up at 5 a.m. for work, guess what? At 10 p.m. it's time for bed.
Yeah,
the law of nature.
I respect that. And on that note, the doorbell went, so I just gotta go let someone in. I'll be right back. You carry this, carry the baby, and I expect to see more live viewers when I come back because now the floor is yours. I'll be quick.
Go.
That's what she said.
That's what he always says. Yeah, so Anders is basically going to answer the door for his escort for the evening. You will see her tomorrow in the newspaper because she will be missing. Oh, there he is.
Oh, we're still at 14 live viewers. Did you? What did you say? Did you say anything interesting I should know about?
Not really.
So, not really. I love your realism. So, here comes a Modelo Special cerveza. I'm liking myself some cerveza.
Oh, hey, if LibreHODL's in the chat there still, maybe he can comment on your Spanish skills there with cerveza.
Yeah. Let's ask Labra, who's native Spanish, how terrible my my Spanish is. Do you want to kill the show by focusing on my poor language qualities? It's like Spanish is like my 7th language, which is being it's non-existent. All right, what else is going on? So we're gonna get Vince Vaughn on. I'm putting
Yep.
you know what? All right, never.
Yep.
I just wanted to do something 6 point something.
Yeah.
I'm putting I'll put a million sats on the line for Vince Vaughn, and let's say
Yep.
just to make it real tough on me that
Yeah.
that 1 million sats is on the line if Vince Vaughn comes on this show in 2021. There's a million sats on the line, and let's face it, 1 million sats December next year, that could be like $3,000. So there you go.
Well, you've already told me you've got 100 Bitcoin, so that's not much for you.
Dude, I would never tell anyone that I have more Bitcoin than I do. First of all, you should never
that's sort
say.
of the joke.
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I know, but Jesus, if people thought I had that much, but let me just add this, and this is for anyone out there. Don't have access to your Bitcoin from your home apart from spending money, because you're a target, for a stick up, and you don't want to put yourself in that situation. And me, luckily, I'm from another continent. I got my stash back home. I don't have it here. And I don't have 100. I don't have 50. I'm not even close. I wish. I'm still working on that one Bitcoin.
Easy, Interspared. Easy. Take it easy.
I can't see you, puppy. I can't see you. You're frozen.
Oh. I don't know why.
So we're actually up to 17 live viewers, which is shocking because the quality of this show is dropping faster than the price of Ethereum. But puppy, talk to me.
Oh, are you begging now? That's sweet.
This is like last
night. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you.
This is like last night, puppy, when Camilla was on the show. You were on such good behavior. It was a different puppy because we had Queen C in the house, and puppy became a little cup. You became a little puppy, but with P's instead of B's.
Well, here's the thing. Look, when you're simping on a married woman, I want to give you the best help I can. So I had to be the bear cub last night in the event she decides to leave her husband for you. That's all.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Something's wrong with this. Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
No one should ever leave their marriage. You got to work on it. You got to make it happen. Marriages are, of course, a challenge. You got to make that work. And I would never, ever be part of breaking off someone else's marriage because I respect that, and it'll be defended to the death. That's it.
I've reached the border apparently. Sorry.
The border. But I want someone. We got great memers in the chat. We have Plan Makuzi, as we're putting a Y on him. So Makuzi, he knows how to cut the video. RD potential as well. If he ever watches the show on Rewind, and we can take out that little part that says where you are saying I had to be a bear. I recommend that. I think that would be fun.
Hey, we already know. I'm the biggest bull in the market right now. I'm the one that is going to have you buying me a steak dinner. Thank you.
I will buy you a steak dinner, but that's
because you're a bear.
Take you out, and I'm a giver, and you're a taker.
Okay, I'll take that steak dinner all day long then. Thank you.
And what I'll say, which I now forgot, which is that's my trademark. What I wanted to say is, so the guy that calls himself the biggest bull right now, it's the guy that probably half an hour ago said, Yeah, we'll be using tokens backed by Bitcoin. We'll have this a medium of exchange currency. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Not we. Listen, man, that's going to be governments. That's going to be banks. They'll be doing that shit. Not me. I'm just telling you the natural order of things. Do you think I like negative yielding bonds? No. Do I like cash? No. Do I have any of that? No. I'm just telling you that's the way the world works, and that's going to be the next. That's going to be the next integration into Bitcoin. Is all of a sudden people will admit Bitcoin is the way, and they're going to find a way to leverage money out of it. That's all. I thought you could see that already.
I don't know what you just said,
I know,
Puppy.
because you don't pay attention. You don't pay
No,
attention.
I do, but you don't always make sense. I got to complain. You really don't. I love you. You
Okay,
know that. And I feel sorry
so
for you because I love little
let
cute bear
let
pups. But
let me explain it to you again.
all right,
Well, that tastes good? Looks good. That Modelo. Anyway,
it does. It does.
so
Hey, cheers
listen.
to the chat. Great, Puppy. Cheers to you, and cheers to
Oh
the
yeah.
chat. Let's take a moment of silence for the beer.
So here we go. The next level is this. We can think and hope all we want about a proper hyper Bitcoinization world where everything is just I send you a sat, you send me a sat. Well, guess what? Not going to happen. Not going to happen that quickly. There's going to be a medium in
Bear
between.
alert. Bear alert.
How?
It's not going to happen that quickly. Hence, hyper Bitcoinization is way out in the future, according to Puppy. All right, carry on.
Why did you have to hold on to your microphone? Anyway, the point is, yeah, the point is this. As much as we want that to happen, people are going to find a way to make money off of this. And the way they're going to make money is they're going to tie a shitcoin to Bitcoin while we try to on ramp the rest of the world. They're going to try to on ramp the rest of the world and saying, oh, buy this little token. And by the way, it's tied to Bitcoin. So it's true. And we all know it's bullshit. That's all.
But Puppy, how many times do I have to explain to you that the credibility and trust in the central banks by the time the dollar has collapsed is gone. No one's going to take their shit coin, a shit token of central bank digital currency. Nobody wants
Yeah.
that. It's dirt. It's manure has no value because at least you can use it to fertilize the ground. Nobody wants that.
No one wants it. But look, guess what's here? Sorry. Look what's here. By the way, is this like a strip podcast? All of a
Yeah,
sudden, the
yeah.
scarf is gone. You're down. Hey, you might as well take the T-shirt off for the fans in the chat.
No, if I do that,
Yeah.
our viewer numbers are going to drop to like minus 12. So
Well,
that ain't happening.
it's the Christmas season, and there's nothing more white than snow than probably your chest. So just show everybody. Just show them.
That is true. That is true. But Poppy, I think it would be more interesting because you're sitting in a public place, so that's a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
Why don't you take off your jacket and your
Oh,
shirt there?
seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, yeah, because I'm in a public place. It's probably not conducive to me staying in this public place when I do
Because
this.
I have seen that wall before, and that wall, so that's a
Yeah.
place you regularly go. And if you regularly go there, you don't want to ruin that. And I respect that. But
Yeah. True.
I don't want to ruin the show by me taking off anymore. It was warm. That's why the scarf had to go. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
our viewer numbers, they peaked, spiked after I took off the scarf. I'm not appreciating that, dear viewers. I love that scarf,
Well,
but it's just too warm now. I don't even have the heat on. But this is SoCal, baby, California, West Coast.
wait, are you doing gang signs now?
It's a W for the West Coast. I don't think there's much gang in that.
Oh, I thought that was a different type of symbol.
Yeah, no, I don't know gang symbols, puppy. The
Wait,
bear
you're in
cup.
I thought you lived in Compton.
Yeah, it's the place where the rent is lowest and I can stack most sats. Right?
Yeah. So okay, let's talk more immediate future here. Every day, more and more companies coming in, dropping
Yeah.
100 mil there. So what about like at Jack? Because the guy I was talking to at the bar here was asking about Square. Remember Square? They just did that little bitch ass $50 million buy. That's something you would probably do if you were CEO. Um, what's the next? What's the
You,
next like major buy for you? From what company?
I think it's hard to tell which company first is going to smarten the F up. But um, you know, I don't think we know. I never heard of MicroStrategy. I had no idea that company existed until GigaChat came on the in the place in the space and dropped that press release buying. Well, now the total of $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's pretty baller. That is baller. He has. Did he buy? Okay, let's take this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
let me finish answering your question. You know, it can come from a small company. It could come from a bigger company. But honestly, if a bigger company announces it, they know that the price is going to shoot up. So they want to allocate all of their funds.
Yeah.
What's going on there? So
Yeah. Fucking chat. I made the mistake of looking down the chat room and I'm fucking laughing.
oh, okay. Tell me what you're laughing at. Straight out of Compton. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have pink cheeks without the pink scarf. I certainly do. Thanks to the Modelo. So,
No, I like to. Can you down a glass before Anders gets his shirt off?
all right, right.
Greggy. Fucking Greggy. All right. Yeah,
You
let's
know
get
what?
back. Yeah.
Okay, let me see your beer, puppy. Let me see your beer. What you got there? What you got there, girl? What you got left? What do you have left, puppy? Let me see your beer.
Oh, it's like a whole pint.
Let me see how much is left of it. I know you drink pints, but I also know they're half gone most of the time, minimum.
Okay. Can you see?
Where's
It's like it's fucking full.
well? Oh, but I can't right now. I can't. Your signal is you're frozen. I can't see you.
Oh, that's too bad. Look, got it. There you go.
No, I can't see you. Ah, damn. Let me just check. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see it. Okay, now you're back. Let's see the beer. What you
Yeah.
got? What you got? Okay, that's full. That is full. So in that case,
Okay.
you only have to do half by the time I finish this. How
Oh,
about that?
listen. Look.
How fast can you down it? Let's start. So it's
I don't.
12:47 on PST. 12:47. I wonder how fast you can do that. I'm starting now.
Oh, wait. Wow. Is it 12? Yeah, I got about 10 minutes. Go ahead.
That was a little bit left. It's mostly gone. Um, yeah. So Greg Saj, you bastard. Well, I empty it. You mother. Darn it. You know what? Sometimes I'm putting these chats on the screen. I'm going like, oh, I can trust this guy. I don't need to read it first. It's probably legit. That's done with Greg.
Hey, hey, listen. If someone in our chat room does not turn that into a shawarma in your hand, I don't know what we're even doing here.
I can live with a shawarma, puppy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And by shawarma, I mean it's going to be a dick in your hand by tomorrow. Yeah, have you better fans?
Sorry?
The beer will turn into a shawarma and then a dick. Just telling you.
At least it goes shawarma first. Shout out to Tahinis, the real Tahini at the real Tahini on Twitter for being the first shawarma bar that converted all their cash into Bitcoin, and they're using GBTC as a vehicle, which I think is good if you have it inside, a legal entity. Think cold storage is bad. Oh my God, what, what is tomorrow? Oh, what,
Oh,
what are you,
fuck.
what are you laughing
Oh,
at?
oh, fuck. Jesus. I can't stop laughing.
You know what? Our party that we had for 2 years only became better when other people
Yeah.
joined it in the chat, minus Greggy.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
But
Fuck.
what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? Oh, ye unfaithful.
Yeah. It's not gonna be. It's not even gonna last the evening, dude. You're gonna get.
Huh?
You're gonna get the. You're gonna get the shawarma treatment. I think you call it shawarma.
You son of a gun. You son of a
Somehow,
gun.
somehow you pronounce it with a V. I love it.
Shawarma.
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 Shawarma. Is it
Hey,
wrong?
pronounce after me. Shawarma. Do
Come on,
I gotta
boy.
call? Look,
Shawarma.
if I gotta call
As we
Ali,
used to say, so I lived on Shawarma Straße in Denmark, as I called it. And when we sometimes used to call it Shawarma. Oh, I can't even remember now.
hey,
Shawarma.
you're in the USA now, motherfucker. So you say shawarma. Yeah.
For now, as long as this judicial setting lives up to the beauty of this country, but the laws you guys, the laws that you are supporting, Puppy, the KYC Puppy, I don't know, but you know what? That one's gone, and I'm gonna need myself another. I'm gonna need myself another. Is it from Mexico, or where is it from? It's from Mexico. I'm gonna need myself another Mexican here. I love him.
Yeah, but I got about 5 minutes left. So hey, make it quick. Make it quick.
All right. Carry it.
Yeah. So Anders is a great guy. Oh, there you go. Look at it. I just said you were a great guy.
Yeah.
No, seriously. What? No, I got about 5 minutes before I got to bounce myself, my friend.
But you just showed us a full pint. You're gonna be able to handle that in 5 minutes?
They don't call me Pubby for no reason, my friend.
All right, let's see what you got.
Okay.
I can't see it. You're frozen.
Oh.
Oh wait. Oh, now is that me? Giving issues. John is saying my Bluetooth headset. Man, why are you frozen, man? Lighten up, Puppy.
Oh, am I frozen again?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I need to upgrade. I was very stingy when I bought this laptop this summer.
Cheap ass motherfucker.
Yeah, and you know why? Because then I can stack more sats, mother.
Oh, yeah, great.
So who's our next guest, Puppy? Who's the next guest coming on the show? Hey, how do you feel about JW? JW is I used to do some work with JW, helping out mathbot.com, and I thought it would be interesting to share his criticism of hardware wallets.
Yeah.
So what? Let's go through the list. Actually, we have Tone Vase said yes to come on the show. Katie Anina, Stephen Cole, Knut Svanholm, Guy Swan, Mark Musk we already had, and then there's JW. So who's who? Do you want to be? Do you want to be here when JW goes on, or can you squeeze that?
Well, yeah, it depends. Well, we can sort that out. Yeah, of course. I want to be there for all of them. I think Katie will be really cool. Big fan of her her plan B of getting people passports out of the country. Yeah, absolutely, man. We got some good guests, and man, it's been a crazy year already. The number of people that have been willing and able to join us for a toxic happy hour. And you saw I put out today, not only Matt Odell but Marty Bent too. We gotta have both of them on at the same time, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We had Matt Odell. Let's take them separately because they shine so much. If we can split it out and get two great shows, I think that's the way to go. Yeah. So Bitcoin Cam is saying that you and I, these two old guys, it reminds him of the old guys from the Muppets. You remember those?
Yeah, of course I do.
They're great.
They're
They were
classic.
always bitching.
Yeah.
Always complaining. That was Muppet Show. What a great way to grow up, having the Muppet Show. See, today kids are just like have the head down in the iPads playing dumb games.
Well,
where you at with your pint? Where you at with your pint?
I don't know. I guess about here.
Okay. So I finished an almost full beer, and this is the third one. I just wanted to put that out there and lay it down that me finishing almost two full beers is more than that little glass of milk you got there.
Yeah. So it's not the imperial pint from England, of course, which is 20 ounces. This one's only 16 ounces. You got your little bear beer, which I think is 12 ounces. And you've had how many?
No, we're not talking about how many. And by the way, there's just apple juice in all of them. It's really not beer. But
you got apple juice?
Yeah, let's pretend it's beer just for for the show. And well, I would say I had about 9 ounces left in the last one, and then there's this one that's 12. I think I'm going above your cute little girly there, puppy.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So like I say, winding down.
My guy from eToro, on your nose it, 3 full beers and a complete meal. And I did have a complete meal starting off. You gotta treat your body to a little probiotic, and yeah, that's how we roll. That's how I make sure I get through the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm sure you had a complete meal, my friend.
You're talking the shawarma.
No, probably pure protein.
You son of a gun. You son of a gun.
What? Oh, hello.
Damn. You son of a gun. You did not just even throw that out there. Son of a gun. I'm not going to reveal anything about you sending pictures of yourself wearing a pink little skirt in the internal little chat room.
There was a ring of the doorbell, and my spidey senses went off there, thinking about who was there. So Jesus, sorry. I guess I was wrong.
Yeah. So
mea culpa.
I want to apologize to everyone for us being late on the show. Puppy was saying goodbye to his boyfriend in the green room, and I just didn't want to put that out there because I try to protect you, Puppy. I don't want to, show the world, your inner being and the preferences you have. I respect you. I still love you. Just remember, I'm taking you out for dinner, so you're the taker. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, thanks, man. To each your own. Live your best life, as we can always say. Yeah. Thank you, Anders, for having me on. And
no. I'm not having you on. You and Greggy are considered. I mean, come on, you're my co-host, man. This is our show. This is our show. You bring it together. You brought all of this together. I just happen to be the guy with the mouse controlling what we throw up on the chat. But I'm glad to see you start paying a little bit of attention about caring about other people than yourself, Puppy, and once in a while looking at the chat. And
yeah.
you see what a great laugh we can have from these insane guys in the chat. So Anya is saying his kids are asking him why he's laughing. I guess he's home. He's working home. So he had a question early on, Puppy. I never got to ask you. He said he just got out a grant from the bank account, and he's asking whether he should invest that into Bitcoin or not. And let me just make it clear: we don't give any financial advice. It's in the show notes below. And by the way, check out those show notes because we got links to many of our homies in the chat with a cute little description revealing what they really stand for. So that's in the show notes below on YouTube, and that goes way above all the ref links, which is 2, I think. But Puppy, non-financial advice. What would you say to Anyo asking, should he put that $1,000 into Bitcoin? Should he not at all do it? Should he go all in? Should he front load it? Should he DCA? What's your take?
I'm sorry. How much did you say? 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, one, Michael Saylor obviously is a new Giga Chad, and he's already taken a loan. Part of me, I'm very conservative, man. Everything I do is just fucking any extra cash I put in. Oh yeah, well, bearish in the sense of, look, if it's gone, it's gone. I could care less. My life will go on as usual. I would never ever tell someone to borrow money to invest in something else. Invest what you want. When you can put your head on the pillow at night and sleep peacefully, that's what life is all about. You see, I would never tell anyone to do anything else besides that. Now, you and I can do that. We may have a different risk level. We see the value, but if you're just starting to get into Bitcoin, you're starting to get an idea. Don't do anything that you can't live with yourself. So, out of that $1,000, if he didn't give a shit, and I would say, look, 500 now, and put $100 each month for the next 5 months. Put $100 in after it. So, yeah, 50% totally in, and then DCA the rest. You may catch some dips. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. And this strategy saved your butt because you started at 17,600, and because you've been dripping ever since, and you've also been buying Bitcoin ever since, but you've certainly been dripping. Everybody knows that, Puppy. Then you managed to reduce the dollar cost average of your price. But I will say there is this one difference, and that is you started at a bull run top, and now we know how the 4-year cycle works. So, I'm the all-in type of guy, and I would probably front load it. But as you said, 500 now, 100 in the next 5 months, you're good. Right. Yeah.
Agree.
So, how are you doing on the glass of milk, Puppy?
Okay.
So I love it. While you had a half a glass of milk, there we go. Cheers! Shout out to the chat for enjoying the party together with us. You guys have fun with each other. It's awesome. And Marty, he knows you're dripping. It's right there on the screen, baby. Drip. Yeah, you said you were buying, a small amount, so you're a dripper. Puppy's the dripper, the bear dripper.
Is that bad?
No, it's not. You're good. You're good.
All right.
So, okay, I know you gotta go. Although I don't know why you go when you still have beer in your glass, but because you gotta be there anyway. All right, you're almost there.
That?
So why don't
I gotta leave in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
No.
good. So let's do final words and sign out. And before we do that, thank you everyone watching. Thanks to the chat. You guys are making it the party that we feel that it is. It's really thanks
Yeah.
to you guys. All right. Final words, Pubby.
Oh, listen, man. This space is just amazing. And what I love about Bitcoin right now in the price action is at the end of the day, number go up technology will turn heads. And even the guy I've known for almost 2 years now at this pub, and he's the only one that I've known that knew anything about Bitcoin. He only knew it because of number go up. He knew it because of grayscale. But now you see eyes. Look it up. You see questions being raised that you never saw before from people. And this is a finance guy. So I think it's fascinating now. Look, I FOMO'd in. Now I'm starting to see the next level of FOMO. But Bitcoin to me is at this next level. This next level of it's solid. It is so solid right now. It's game over to me. I know you expect a retracement. A lot of bears do. But look, as a Bitcoin bull, this is escape velocity.
You still didn't. It's so easy for you to say because you still didn't define it. You little girl, you did not define escape velocity. You get into all these emotional things and
Look,
yeah, we're going. Yeah, but we've been going since January 3 or whatever it was,
yeah,
2009.
yeah.
Give me a precise price description of escape velocity.
Oh, listen, um, 200,000 by the end of next year.
Okay, all right. I'll leave that
What?
hanging.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, 300,000 by the end of next year.
Thank you.
Is that better?
That's better.
288, because I want to stick with Plan B. How about that? 288 by
Much
the end of
love.
next year. Yeah, here we go, man. Um, and watch everyone pile in.
Yeah.
And no retracement. Get ready.
Well, okay, no retracement, but what's the definition of a retracement? How many percent?
No, for you. Well, you say you thought it was going to be 50%. You bet my friend
I
Greg
did.
this.
It's back in the days. It's back in the days. That was back in November. Things have changed, man. Things have changed.
You're such a bear. Bitcoin never changed. You changed.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, I do have to take off the guy. But
Yeah, I
hey,
know. Okay.
it's
So
a
let me
good.
do.
It's a great show. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, as always, it was fun talking to you, Pubby. You know I love you,
Yeah.
even though you're a little bear cup, the grizzly. But so on that note, let's finish it quick. I just want to say, do not store more value, and this goes out to you as well, Andrew. Do not store more value in fiat currency that you're willing to lose, because that's a billion policy. Fiat is going to zero. On that note, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for making the chat lit. We love you.
That's awesome, man.
That's it. All right. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody, man.